Sources have told NDTV Profit that IndusInd Bank may have delayed sharing info with external auditor appointed in October. My colleague Agni Dev, who broke the story, has more details on this.
That is right. So, latest update coming in a long line of IndusInd news. So, IndusInd Bank might have delayed giving out crucial files to its external auditor PwC. So, from what our sources are telling us, this is what delayed the audit process to a 6-month stretch, which is usually not the amount of time it takes to go through such an audit. Also, we have found out that ICAI, which is the Chartered Accountants Institute under the MCA, is likely to examine IndusInd Bank's financials and go through the auditors who were the signatories on these financials. So the auditors in question are MP Chitale and Co. and MSK Associates. So ICAI is also likely to review these files and call for further action after their review. The case might get referred after this to a disciplinary committee of the ICAI, which will take action against the auditor if anything substantial is found. The auditor will also be looking at the report which will be submitted by PwC. To put this into perspective, PwC, a Big Four firm, had been appointed by IndusInd Bank as an external auditor to go through their financial books after the discrepancy in their derivatives portfolio was first found out. So NDTV Profit has reached out to all the stakeholders in question, but we are yet to hear back from most of them. This is a developing story, so stay tuned for more updates.
Okay, focus will continue to remain on IndusInd Bank. Do note that in the last 5 days, the bank has seen about a 17% of drop in its stock price. But, let's shift focus to the FNOQs for today. And Puneet is standing by to break down what the futures and option markets hold for the markets, saying about the markets in trade today.
Well, good morning, Anushki. Definitely, the Nifty 50 has remained, in the range-bound levels of about 22,300 to 22,600 over the last 6 consecutive sessions. And essentially, going forward, brokerages are anticipating a decisive move will come around the 22,700 odd levels, going upwards of 23,000 on the Nifty, while the immediate support levels are somewhere around the 22,300 odd levels to somewhere around that particular range. So it's something to watch out for. When you also look at the Nifty 50 futures data, we have seen the open interest fall by about 2% yesterday in trade, while the premium stands at roughly about 75 points. When you look at also the Nifty bank snapshot as well, that's something to watch out for, because we've seen the banking index as a whole be range-bound between the 47,000 to 50,000 levels, currently trading at a premium of about 131 points, and the open interest has seen an increase of about 1.49%. Moving on to the OI distribution levels as well, that will be something to watch out for. First, specifically for the Nifty, we have seen, maximum call option interest coming in at roughly about the 22,000 odd levels specifically. Even as we can see, multiple levels are seeing on the downside as well for the put option levels going forward. When you look at some of the key stocks that will be in focus today on the open interest gaining side first, we have seen longs on stocks like PB Fintech, Bajaj Finserv, as well as CAMS. And we did speak about CAMS yesterday as well in this session. We see some short build-up on stocks such as Max Financial as well as Titagarh Railways. When you look at the open interest losers though, we are seeing some long unwindings on stocks such as CDSL, while on the other hand, stocks such as Ramco Cement, KA Industries, IndusInd, as well as Federal Bank are top stocks which are seeing some kind of short covering in the session as well. When you look at finally, the FII data as well, because we saw a big number from the domestic investors yesterday, almost 6,000 crores of buying from the domestic investors, while on the other side, foreign institutional investors have continued the downward pressure on the Indian stock markets and selling roughly about 4,400 odd crore levels in the trade session yesterday. So it's a very interesting juncture where the Nifty as well as the Bank Nifty is, and FIIs continue to selling. That's the key point.